You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you. None can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. In a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. In a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in a wrong path. The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is this: the man or woman who asks for no return, the perfectly unselfish person, is the most successful. The greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Have faith in yourselves. The greatest sin is to think yourself weak. Anything that makes you weak, physically, intellectually and spiritually, reject it as poison. Dare to be free, dare to go as far as your thought leads, and dare to carry that out in your life. We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care about what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live. They travel far. Arise, awake, stop not, till the goal is reached. They alone live, who live for others. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. It is fearlessness that brings heaven, even in a moment. All love is expansion, all selfishness is contraction. Love is therefore the only law of life. He who loves is alive. He who is selfish is dying. Therefore, love for love's sake, because it is the only law of life, just as you breathe, to live. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Neither seek nor avoid, take what comes. Feel nothing, know nothing, do nothing, have nothing, give up all to God, and say utterly, Thy will be done. We only dream this bondage. Wake up and let it go. Strength is life, weakness is death. Expansion is life, contraction is death. Love is life, hatred is death. The fire that warms us can also consume us. It is not the fault of the fire. Comfort is no test of truth. Truth is often far from being comfortable. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in, and in your own way, absorb it. Do not become others. Do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your whole soul into it, to the exclusion of all else. Ask nothing, want nothing in return. Give what you have to give. It will come back to you, but do not think of that now. Each work has to pass through these stages: ridicule, opposition, and then acceptance. Those who think ahead of their time are sure to be misunderstood. All differences in this world are of degree and not of kind, because oneness is the secret of everything. A fool may buy all the books in the world, and they will be in his library, but he will be able to read only those that he deserves to. Condemn none. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. If you cannot, fold your hands, bless your brothers, and let them go their own way. Books are infinite in number, and time is short. The secret of knowledge is to take what is essential. Take that, and try to live up to it. All the powers in the universe are already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cry that it is dark. The world is the great gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. The whole of life is a succession of dreams. My ambition is to be a conscious dreamer. Education is the manifestation of perfection already existing in man. Take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Where can we go to find God if we cannot see Him in our own hearts and in every living being? The greatest truths are the simplest things in the world, simple as your own existence. There is no limit to the power of the human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is brought to bear on one point. Desire, ignorance, and inequality. This is the trinity of bondage. All knowledge that the world has ever received comes from the mind. The infinite library of the universe is in our own mind. The brain and muscles must develop simultaneously. Iron nerves with an intelligent brain, and the whole world is at your feet. The very reason for nature's existence is for the education of the soul. The powers of the mind are like the rays of the sun. When they are concentrated, they illumine. The cheerful mind perseveres, and the strong mind hews its way through 1,000 difficulties. Truth can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each one can be true. Bless people when they revile you. Think how much good they are doing by helping to stamp out the false ego. All truth is eternal. Truth is nobody's property. No race, no individual can lay any exclusive claim to it. Truth is the nature of all souls. God did not give me everything that I wanted, but He gave me everything that I needed. He who struggles is better than he who never attempts. The more we come out and do good to others, the more our hearts will be purified, and God will be in them. You need not worry or make yourself sleepless about the world. It will go on without you. When an idea exclusively occupies the mind, it is transformed into an actual physical or mental state. People laugh at me because I am different. I laugh at people because they are all the same. A good practice carried to an extreme and worked in accordance with the letter of the law becomes a positive evil. Have faith in man, whether he appears to you to be a very learned one or a most ignorant one. The will is not free. It is a phenomenon bound by cause and effect, but there is something behind the will which is free. The mind is in its own nature when it is calm. The moment you can calm it, that very moment, you will know the truth. We only know the universe from the point of view of beings with 5 senses. Suppose we obtain another sense, the whole universe must change for us. A little of the infinite is projected into consciousness, and that we call our world. The more we grow in love, virtue, and holiness, the more we see love, virtue, and holiness outside. If faith in ourselves had been more extensively taught and practiced, I am sure a very large portion of the evils and miseries that we have would have vanished. It is our own mental attitude which makes the world what it is for us. Our thoughts make things beautiful. Our thoughts make things ugly. The whole world is in our own minds. Learn to see things in the proper light. As all the rivers of the world constantly pour their waters into the ocean, but the ocean's grand, majestic nature remains undisturbed and unchanged. Stand alone, see the glory of your own soul, and see that you will have to work. When the body is sufficiently controlled, we can attempt the manipulation of the mind. Religion is being and becoming. Religion is the manifestation of the divinity already in man. Tell your body that it is strong. Tell your mind that it is strong, and have unbounded faith and hope in yourself. If money helps a man to do good to others, it is of some value. But if not, it is simply a mass of evil, and the sooner it is got rid of, the better. The present is determined by our past actions, and the future by the present. As different streams, having different sources, all mingle their waters in the sea, so different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to God. No man is to be judged by the mere nature of his duties, but all should be judged by the manner and the spirit in which they perform them. We may talk and reason all our lives, but we shall not understand a word of truth until we experience it ourselves. Let miseries come in millions of rivers and happiness in hundreds. I am no slave to misery. I am no slave to happiness. You may sit down and listen to me by the hour every day, but if you do not practice, you will not get one step further. It all depends on practice. Our karma determines what we deserve and what we can assimilate. The easiest way to make ourselves happy is to see that others are happy. Circumstances can never be good or bad. Only the individual man can be good or bad. All weakness, all bondage, is imagination.